and welcome back to the channel. I hope that everybody is doing well today. If you're new here, then hi, my name is Brittany and I'm a nurse practitioner. I'm also the creator of the Brittany Holzbeck NP Review. It is a complete AANP and ANCC review course, the most comprehensive and affordable on the market. It's also been given accreditation through the AANP, so now nurses and nurse practitioners alike can actually take the course and receive continuing education credits. If it's something you're interested, I'll have everything linked in the description box below on how you can sign up. I'm super excited to talk to you today about the new app called Freed AI, which is a virtual medical scribe. But before we get into it, if you could do me a favor, go ahead and like this video and subscribe to the channel. It's a free way to help me out and I really appreciate it. Okay, so let's get into today's topic. It's no secret that working as a healthcare provider can require a ton of charting, which unfortunately can take up a ton of our time. When I first began my career as a nurse practitioner, more often than not, I was bringing my charting home and I was either staying up after the kids went to bed to finish my charting, or I was missing out on family time to complete my work. And let's be honest, charting can be extremely tedious and I don't think anyone enjoys it. To be honest, I think it's probably my least favorite part of the job, but it is so important, and it's so important to do it well because not only does it protect your license as a healthcare provider, but it also helps you to provide the best healthcare for your patient. And that's why I'm so excited to share with you guys that I have partnered with Freed AI. Freed is a medical scribing app that helps make your documentation so much easier and ensures that you do accurate charting every time. Download the app on your phone or on your laptop, whichever device is going to be easier for you to take into your patient's room, and then you simply hit capture conversation, and then the virtual scribe begins documenting your entire encounter. After you finish your encounter, it takes just a few moments to compile all of the information you gathered and give you a complete note. And let me tell you, it really does an impressive job at accurately capturing your entire encounter. And I don't even find myself needing to edit any of the note after it's completed. Also, it does a really neat job of taking all of the data that you collect and inputting it into subjective data, objective data, your assessment and plan, and it even offers some patient education at the end. I love working in healthcare and I love improving my patients' quality of life, but like I said, charting has always been my least favorite part of the job, and so that's why I cannot recommend this app enough. So to learn more about this completely HIPAA compliant virtual scribe, then go ahead and visit the link in my description box below. Make sure that you also use the code Brittany50, BRITTANI 50 for $50 off your first month. And I thought it would be fun to do like a little mock visit. So I'm going to bring my husband in as the patient and I'm going to show you just how this app works on my phone, how good of a job it does in collecting the data and then putting it all nice and fancy into a note for you guys. So I'm going to show you that right now. Okay, so before you start your visit with your patient, there is a link on your app that says, how do I tell my patient about Freed? Because you should definitely let them know that you're going to be recording, of course, your encounter. Hi, my name is Brittany. I'm going to be the nurse practitioner taking care of you. Before we go ahead and start today's visit, I did want to let you know that I use an app on my phone called Freed AI. It's a virtual scribe. It's basically just going to transcribe our conversation. Is that something that you're comfortable with?
Will it share my information or will it be kept private?
It's completely HIPAA compliant and none of our conversation is actually stored. It's just to help me with my charting afterwards.
Yeah, go ahead and use it.
Okay, so then I'll go ahead and I'll click capture conversation on my phone. Okay, so what's bringing you in today?
I've had a sore throat for 2 to 3 days, and this morning I woke up with a fever of 100.5. I went ahead and took some Motrin, and I made the appointment to come in.
Okay, did the Motrin help the pain or the fever?
A little bit, yeah.
Any sick contacts at home? Anyone else sick in the house?
My son is sick. He's had a sore throat for about the same length of time I have. We actually were on a field trip with this class about a week ago. My wife mentioned that a couple of the kids from the class have had strep throat.
Any other symptoms at all? Any cough, stuffy nose, stomach ache?
No,
nothing like that? No. Ear pain?
Maybe a little bit, but nothing to be upset about.
Any history of strep throat?
I had it when I was a kid, but not recently.
Okay. And then any medical history? Do you take any medication every day or anything like that?
Nope.
Okay. Any allergies to medications that you know of?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. What about any recent antibiotic use?
Not within the last year. I haven't taken any antibiotics.
So what we'll do is we'll actually have the medical assistant come in and do a rapid strep test. It's done in the office. It takes about 20 minutes to come back. It's not as accurate, so sometimes it will come back negative. And what we'll do is we'll actually send out a throat culture to the lab, which is more accurate, but it just takes longer to result. So first we'll start with the rapid test. We'll see what that shows. If it comes back positive, we'll just start you on antibiotics right away. Otherwise, we'll wait for that throat culture. Does that sound like a good plan for you?
Yeah.
Okay. So really quick, before the MA comes in and swabs your throat, let me just take a look. Go ahead and open up and say, ah. Okay, so definitely some erythematous tonsils, lots of swelling, so some tonsillitis going on. I don't see any white patches or exudate or anything like that. Any pain when I palpate?
Not really, no.
Maybe have one swollen lymph node right there. Is that tender to the touch?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. What about, you said no ear pain?
No.
Let me just take a peek. Go ahead and lean in. Okay, so I mean a little bit of earwax. I can see your tympanic membrane, that's intact, nice, clear, translucent. Let's take another peek at the other side. Good. Yep, that tympanic membrane looks good too. Okay, good. Let me just take a listen really quick to your heart and lungs. Go ahead and just breathe normal. Breathe normal. Good. So regular rate and rhythm. Your heart sounds good. And then if you could just turn that way a little bit, I'm going to get to your back so I can listen to your breath sounds. Nice deep breath in and out. And again, one more time. Last time. Good. Respiration's even and unlabored. I don't hear any wheezing or any other adventitious breath sounds. So that's all good. So everything looks good. Definitely have some red swollen tonsils though. So we'll have the MA come in, do a quick strep swab for you. We'll see what that shows, and if we need to, we'll send out a culture, okay? I'll be right back in.
Sounds good, thanks.
And then I hit end visit, and we'll see how it did on transcribing. Okay, so you kind of saw an idea of how the visit would go. You definitely would explain ahead of time, that you're going to be using this app to record. Let them know that it is HIPAA compliant and everything is protected. What you saw was a brief example, and my phone took about 2 minutes maybe to take all of that information that we just went over and input it, like I said, into subjective, objective data, my assessment and plan, and then finally some inpatient instructions. And I'll pop them up on the screen too, but so you can look, so you can kind of see what it looks like on my phone here, and you can scroll through. So you have subjective data, objective, your assessment and plan, and then patient education, and then you could actually click in if you want to type in and add anything. I'll pop it up on the screen now so you can read along. The subjective reads, the patient presents with a chief complaint of a sore throat for the past 2 to 3 days, accompanied by a fever of 100.5 degrees this morning. The patient reports that the pain and fever were slightly alleviated after taking Motrin. The patient's son is also sick with a sore throat, and they were both exposed to a group of children on a field trip approximately 1 week ago, some of whom have had strep throat recently. The patient denies experiencing cough, stuffy nose, stomachache, or significant ear pain. They have a history of strep throat during childhood, but not in recent years. The patient has no significant medical history, no known medication allergies, and no recent antibiotic use within the last year. Beautiful little initial note there for you. And then objective gives you the vital signs. All that we talked about was fever. And then it goes over physical examination. Oropharyngeal examination reveals erythematous tonsils and swelling, suggestive of tonsillitis. No white patches or exudate observed. Palpation of the cervical region identifies one swollen, tender lymph node. Otoscopic examination shows tympanic membranes to be intact, clear and translucent. Mild ear pain reported by the patient. Cardiovascular assessment indicates heart sounds are normal with a regular rate and rhythm. Respiratory examination reveals even and unlabored breathing with no wheezing or other adventitious breath sounds noted. A rapid strep test was performed with plans to initiate antibiotics pending results. A throat culture was also sent to the lab for more accurate diagnosis. And so then it goes over the assessment and plan, so basically a repeat of what I just said. If the rapid strep test is positive, initiate antibiotics treatment immediately. Then at the very end, there are some patient instructions instructions. I'm not going to read through all of those. You can take a brief look at them. So all of that was put up in about 2 minutes. There's really not much to say. I think it speaks for itself. It makes charting so much easier. It really cuts the time, I would say, more than in half. So I'm excited to share it with you guys. I'm going to put all my little equipment back. We really took that seriously. Props to my husband for being such a good sport. Let me know what you guys think. I really want to hear your opinions. All right, so hopefully you guys found that information helpful. Don't forget that's Freed AI. To sign up, the link is in my description box below. Use the code Brittany50 to get $50 off your first month. Leave in the comments, let me know what you guys think about it. When I say that this does such a good job and can really help limit your charting time, I mean it. It really is worth it. So go ahead and check it out. Let me know what you guys think. Otherwise, don't forget to learn something new every day, and I'll talk to you guys soon.